Thank you for watching this video. I'm Mr. Koutros, and I'm going to be talking about the Chemistry 1 experience that your student will have this year, and also about different kinds of ways that you can get your student involved in chemistry and help them to succeed. I'm making this video this year instead of doing my traditional lecture at open house night. This is essentially the same lecture that I would give at open house night, but I'm giving it in video form instead so that we can have a little bit of a different experience at open house night. First thing I'd like to do is talk about myself. This is my third year at OA and 13th year teaching chemistry. I teach college, honors, and AP, although this video is really only about the Chemistry 1 course. I have my master's in chemistry from UMass Boston, and I'm working on my master's in education and instructional technology. That program gave me the idea to make this video for you tonight. I also have a bachelor's from the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester. I'm an active member of a lot of different science and chemistry teacher organizations where I get a lot of ideas for trying to make the chemistry experience for my students as good as it can be. Chemistry 1 is a pretty traditional course. It starts with talking about matter and how it undergoes changes and reactions. We go through how to measure things, about atoms themselves, how they bond together to make compounds, about how we name them, how we measure them, how we react them, and how we measure those reactions. That's stoichiometry. And finally, we finish the year with talking about gas law solutions, equilibrium, and acids and bases. Honors is a faster paced course than the college course. It's also at a slightly harder level. The college course, we spend a lot of time going over the mechanics of how to do problems and also getting into a lot of interesting chemistry topics along the way. Honors is more challenging, but we also try to prepare our students very well for experiences that they might have in the future, whether they be in college or just in everyday life. One of the things that we're going to talk about this year is some chemical phenomena and how it interacts our everyday life. On the left, you can see a video of a candle being relit. The smoke is actually full of gaseous unburned hydrocarbons as well as carbon dioxide. And so you can actually relight the smoke trail because it has those unburned hydrocarbons. The picture at the right is a picture of a wasp landing on a pool of water, and you can see those bubbles around its feet because water has surface tension, and that actually goes and is related to the properties of the water molecules and how they interact with each other and with the wasp's foot. So you can actually see the chemistry going on there and the effect that the particles and how they interact with each other have on pool water. It's also the same reason that you need soap to wash clothes because water is polar and oils aren't. And also you need the soap to be a surfactant to break the surface tension so that the water can get through the clothing. I also talk with my students a lot about things like this. That's an optical illusion. That science helps us investigate counterintuitive phenomena, things that wouldn't necessarily make sense at a first glance, and also to probe deeper and think more deeply about scientific phenomena. Right? We have a lot of different opportunities to do work in this class, including group work activities. We do a lot of group work unit packets, notes. I'm going to be assigning students some flipped classroom videos that are a lot like this video, where that they can take notes and answer questions on material. I really encourage participation and keep track of it. I use the Class Dojo app to do that, which you can see through the class website. I also do a lot of labs with the students, and we do quizzes, tests, and projects. Quizzes can be made up if students really struggle on a quiz topic and they come after school and they do all the steps that they need to do, which includes doing quiz corrections and maybe an extra question to help them do better on the next quiz. They can retake a quiz for up to a grade of an 80. Tests are a little more challenging, but we've been gradually replacing a lot of tests or making them worth fewer points in favor of projects that really bring out students' understanding. There are some papers that I sent home. One of them was a course overview sheet. It looks like this for the college class, and it looks like this for the honors class. And those course overview sheets talk about how I grade and also the schedule that we have during the year. And also you can see some information in the bubbles about what goes into a grade or what can be accessed on the class website. I have an extensive policies and procedures list. And the reason I send this home is just to be completely clear about my expectations and how I do grading. So your student should have come home. If you want to refer back to it, you can look on the class website, which I'll be talking about in just a second. Right. Helping your students succeed. The first thing is chem is try. Literally, the word chemistry is chem is try. And that means that effort counts more in this class than innate ability. Chemistry is a difficult topic. Some students do really well. Some other students struggle, but then they eventually do well if they try really hard. I'm available after school all the time. I really encourage you to encourage your student to study and do homework without distractions, to embrace challenges, really try on a problem. Up to a point, obviously, we don't want people to get frustrated, but challenging material isn't necessarily a bad thing. Forming study groups is great because students get to work with their friends and different students have different perspectives. That's one of the reasons that I really like using group work in class, because different students can come together and make a product that is greater than the sum of its parts. Also, online videos. There's lots of information at Khan Academy and the online textbook that we're going to be using this year, and also the flipped classroom videos that I make. And finally, students can always come for extra help with me. I'm very happy when students come for extra help, and it also helps them get extra participation credit in class. Right. This graphic doesn't seem to be working, but it's right off of the other website that I will actually go to it here. That the website has a calendar of all of the kind of assignments that we are going to be using this year. Homework packets can always be found online, so if students leave it at school, they can find it online. Videos will be assigned and questions with the videos. Class Dojo participation tracker points let you see how your student's doing in class. That is assigned up through a sheet that I sent home with students. We're going to be using Google Docs and also Google Classroom to keep involved with work. Google Classroom has a function this year where parents can get annual digests, daily or weekly digests about what's going on in class on Google Classroom. So you can really see what your students are participating in. I'm also going to be sending home other communications during the year, or you can go to the class website, and the class website is molecularsoup.com. It says here at the top of the page. So you can go to that website. Finally, I like to talk about science and my philosophy of science. I really love it when students get involved in science because I think science is a method, not a series of facts. And any way that you can participate in learning about the world is a great thing. And so I encourage students to participate in science team, science fair club, Envirothon or green team. Those are all after school extracurricular events. The robotics club is great for engineering and other STEAM events. And the honors students are involved in an outreach program with the Richardson Olmsted School with grades 3 through 5 during the spring. And so that's really a way that they can help light the flame of science in younger students and also really learn how they themselves can present science to a wider audience. I really wanted to thank you for watching this video. Again, I did this video as a way of reaching out to parents before open house night, and so hopefully we can have a slightly more open experience during open house night than just going through the same lecture that I gave right now. Thank you again.